If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that sub button for more amazing content. Now, let's jump straight into the video. What's good, YouTube? It's your girl Bofino1, bringing you guys yet another YouTube video. So recently, Kanye West announced that he would be running for president, and many people did not take this seriously, as well as we have seen numerous times how much of a troll Kanye West can be, and a lot of things he say just don't come out the right way, leading to a lot of people to misinterpret a lot of stuff that he says. So when he first announced that, oh, he's running for president, a lot of people kind of thought that it was a joke. I personally thought he was just joking. I thought maybe he was trying to make a joke at Trump, saying, because he's a celebrity that, he's running for president, so I am too. But later on, we find out that he's actually really serious about this. So this past weekend, Kanye West ranted against historical figure Harriet Tubman, saying, in quotes, "She never freed the slaves. She just had worked for other white people," close quotes. He then went on to discuss other topics such as abortion, religion, international trade, and licensing deals. Harriet Tubman escaped the slavery, and she helped enslaved black men and women travel north to freedom and fought for the Union during the Civil War. So that was a big thing that a lot of people were not too crazy about. They kind of felt like he discredited or disowned a lot of the work that Harriet Tubman had did without actually having any type of context to it. I saw quite a few comments on Twitter. Some people were bashing him, some people were with him, some people were saying, oh, well, it's Kanye West, and that he likes to say certain things, and sometimes you kind of have to basically give him a pass and read between the lines what he's saying. I mean, the only way that I can really interpret this, or maybe what he might have meant, is maybe he's saying that, okay, you were enslaved you were a slave in the South, and you came to the North where you were no longer enslaved, but you still were quote unquote working for the white man or a white person, because you still had to have a job. You still were not technically free because you were, in a sense, still enslaved to your job that you needed to have to make sure that you could provide for your family, etc., have a roof over your head. However, at the same time, if he's trying to run for president, you have to remember that when you are speaking to people, you are not just only speaking maybe to a certain group of people, you are speaking to the world. So you have to make sure that the stuff that you say comes across in a way that people can clearly understand what it is that you are trying to say. You also have to remember that in today's world, we are in a lot more sensitive society. What I mean by that is people take things more to heart, as well as due to a lot of abuse, whether it was verbally or physically, that a lot of different groups of people faced so many years ago. A lot of them are no longer going to take certain things. I feel like they were no longer going to accept certain actions or words that people would say about them. Just in general, people are not going to be put up with certain things. So people nowadays are more likely to speak up for what they think is right and what they think is wrong. And that's something that, as we kind of can see, the current president, not to get too much into politics, but has gotten into a lot of trouble in some ways, so some people call being insensitive. You have to remember that you're not just speaking to one race, you're speaking to everybody. So when you make certain comments, you have to remember that you have to be considerate of other people's feelings and how they feel. He later then goes on to give his opinion on abortion, and that it should be legal, and that financial incentives to help struggling mothers could be a way to discourage the practice. He says, in quotes, "Everyone that has a baby gets $1 million," close quotes. And that was an example that he used. And in some ways, I can kind of understand what he means. I don't know necessarily what goes through a woman's mind, or maybe the man and the woman when they're thinking about having an abortion. However, I can understand the whole financial situation, because that could be a reason for some people why they do go through an abortion. So he's saying that if financial stability was more easily accessible, maybe that option wouldn't cross their mind, which I can see his thought. But it goes back to kind of like what I was saying before. Kanye West has a very bad habit of not clearly stating what it is that he's trying to get across. And you have to play these mental loops and hoops with him to try to decipher what he's saying. You shouldn't have to do that. So that's one thing that I really took away from him, what he's critiquing or what he's saying, is that if he wants to run for president, he has to be able to speak to a larger group of audience besides maybe just his fan base, like people that listen to his music, right? So let me know your guys' thoughts about this down below in the comment section. Do you think he was wrong for what he says? If you enjoyed the video, be sure to drop a like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hope you guys have a good rest of your day, and I'll chat with you later. Peace for now.